Hello and welcome to another video for Midas Touch Toys, Games, Collectibles. And today we are looking at something that is very old, very collectible, and now very difficult to find. We are looking at the 1966 release by J Rosenthall Toys, or JR21 Toys, from their Gerry Andersons series of Thunderbird items. And this particular item we're looking at today is of the Thunderbird variable direction water pistol, and it is a copy of the pistol that is used in the original television series Thunderbirds, which was a Gerry Andersons production. It was probably arguably their most popular super marionette television series that they worked on. The series ran for 2 seasons and it was filmed between 1964 and 1966. It aired from September 65 to December 1966. There was 2 seasons produced, with each episode running for about 50 minutes, and there was 32 episodes in total produced. And they also produced 2 movies after the episodes. One was Thunderbirds 2086 and one was Thunderbirds Are Go. As I say, it's probably the most popular of all of the Thunderbird, of all of the Andersons productions. Sadly, it didn't make a 3rd season, and that was because Lou Grade, who was the American financial backer, failed in his efforts to sell the program to US network television. So he decided that it's easier to sell a new series rather than a series that had already been running for a couple of seasons. So Thunderbirds was subsequently dropped, and the next TV series to replace it was Captain Scarlet, and then the rest is history. Anyway, the item we're looking at today is of the water pistol, and it is a replica of the Thunderbird stun gun, or stunner, or gun, what they used in the TV series. And this is the item in front of us, and you can see it's still contained in the original packet, and it's still got the header card clipped to it, so it's all still sealed in the actual bag. So this is the card that it comes on, and it says a JR21 toy, Thunderbird. It's got Thunderbird there instead of Thunderbirds. A variable direction 100 shot water pistol, and it's still got the staple that's holding the board on and the bag closed. And on this side again, it's got Thunderbird, J Rosenthall Toys Limited, and there's an image there of John Tracy on Thunderbird 5, and it's got pilot of Thunderbird 5. It's 100 shot water direction, a variable direction water pistol, and it says Gerry Andersons Thunderbirds, filmed in Super Marionation, AP Films Limited, and that is Empire made. Okay, that is the bag. This is the pistol inside the bag. Now this particular one is sealed, so I can't actually remove it from the bag, but we can see it very clearly through this packet. So I'm just going to get some measurements of the pistol so you can see the size of it. So we're looking at an overall length of 20 centimeters. That's from the tip of the nozzle to the back filler at the back there. If we measure the height of the pistol, again we're looking at about 10 centimeters from the bottom of the handle to the top of the widest part of the barrel. This is your variable adjuster, so you adjust that for the flow to be changed when you're firing the water out of the pistol. I believe it's a pump action, so you remove the cap at the back, fill it with water, and then pump the pistol, and you can change the flow by altering the blue button or twister at the top. So it is made of red plastic. It has a yellow trigger and a light blue knob at the end, and it has a black filler at the back there. Very simple. You feel the the pistol with water. It fills all the way up, and then you keep pressing the trigger until it's pumped and the pressure's built, and then it will fire the water out of the pistol. So that is the pistol. Now I do actually have one of my own, which is from my own collection, which is out of the bag. So this gives us a little bit of a better look. The only thing it doesn't have is the stopper at the end. The stopper at the end is missing, but otherwise you can see that it's exactly the same as the one that's still sealed in the bag. Nothing different about it, and again, this one has never been used either. There's one that I managed to find still sealed in the bag, but the stopper, there's a tear in the bag and the stopper was missing from it, hence the reason. Actually, having said the stopper's missing for it, the reason it's missing is because it's gone inside the pistol. So the stopper is there, but it is inside. I don't know if you can just about see that in the back of the pistol there. I'm not quite sure how we're going to get that out, but there we are. That is something that we'll have to address at some point. But anyway, fill it with water. It needs to be plugged, obviously, and then you can pump the trigger to build up the pressure and fire the water. And as I say, this alters the flow. So if you turn this, it's opening and closing the flow bar that's just inside there, so where the water flows through. So it'll either flow through at a wider jet or a narrower jet, depending on where you have that adjustable there. So it's a variable direction water pistol. It says 100 shots, so each time you fill it up you should be able to fire the gun 100 times, so you get a lot of water which is going to fly out of the pistol. Okay, that is the Thunderbirds JR21 water pistol from 1966. So how well did these water pistols do? Well, you got to remember that Thunderbirds was massive in 1966. It was probably one of the most popular television shows for children on air at that time. Certainly in the UK anyway. It was a children's program. It was a children's adventure program, even though there were some dark parts in Thunderbirds. And they did use their stun guns and they did shoot. There's a lot of explosions and blowing up and people dying in the TV series. So it was, yeah, it's one of those programs. At the time, it was considered okay to show that kind of thing. I think nowadays they would say no, it needs to be after the watershed or what have you. But back in the day, it was shown on kids' television. I think it was shown on a Saturday morning or a Sunday morning, when most of the television programs for kids were on. But anyway, back to the point. It was probably one of the most popular TV shows, and this was just before it had actually gone on to the theatre as well. So the movie was being produced at about this time when these pistols were released to go onto the big screen. So that was the next step for Thunderbirds, or so they thought at the time. Unfortunately, the films didn't do very well on the cinema at all, and it didn't it didn't earn anything like movies were supposed to earn at the time. So they were considered to be a failure at the box office. But anyway, it was still a very, very popular television series, and merchandise was produced. There was a lot of merchandise produced. A big amount of that was produced by J Rosenthall Toys. They produced all of the vehicles. So yeah, Thunderbird 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 that they produced, and they were quite sizable models as well. You had lots of accessories. The water pistols was just one of those accessories that they produced, amongst quite a lot of other J Rosenthall toys. So yes, they done exceptionally well. I don't know the quantities. They were, I would say they were cheap item. They weren't really cheap at the time, certainly not cheap now, but I don't think they were that cheap at the time. But it was a novelty item, a good thing for kids to go around and play with, just like all water pistols at the time. They produced them for all sorts of different television shows at the time. Water pistols was a big toy for kids. So yes, they've done remarkably well, and they did sell. Obviously, they sold out, and lots of people, everybody had Thunderbird water pistols. Basically, not everybody, but you know, everyone that was into Thunderbirds had a pistol. Okay, let's move forward to 2024. So we're going to move forward. What is that? 58 years, almost 59 years. Do these pistols come up very often on the platforms? Well, they don't really now. They did a few years ago. Well, I'll say a few years ago, probably about 10 years ago, because there was a batch of these water pistols that were found in a warehouse. There was a few cases of them that were discovered in a warehouse. I'm not quite sure where it was, but they were discovered. So there was quite a few of them that suddenly appeared brand new in these bags, and they were around for a few years before obviously they'd all got bought up and gone again. Yeah, something that was discovered only about maybe it might have been 15 years ago, but they were only recently discovered, so there was a lot of them around at one point. However, nowadays you don't see very many at all on the platforms anymore. Don't know what happened to the ones that were found, and whether they all went to collectors or what happened to them, but they very rarely come up on the platforms nowadays. And when they do, obviously if you're going to buy on a platform, just be a bit careful, because a lot of them use stock images, and you don't want to end up with something that you don't or you didn't think you ordered. Or alternative to that, you can always come to us at Midas Touch Toys Games Collectibles, where we have acquired probably about half a dozen of these water pistols that we currently have in stock. And as I always tell you, what you see on our website is exactly what you are buying. And we do have the videos to accompany the item that you are purchasing. So in this instance, what you will receive if you order from us is one exactly like this in the bag, sealed with the header. And you can find that on the Midas Touch website, which you can get to very simply by clicking the link below. It will take you straight to the website, where you'll be able to find this and many other vintage Gerry Anderson items, and many other vintage toys, games and collectibles. Come to that. There's over 10,000 products currently available on the website for you to view and purchase at your leisure. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, because we're uploading videos for every new item that goes into the website. There will be something for everybody, and I'm absolutely positive this is something that you're not going to want to miss, because we literally have thousands and thousands of new items which we're shooting videos for and uploading on a daily basis. So if there's something in particular you're looking for, something old you've never been able to find, something quirky you might want to buy for a friend, or perhaps just something from your childhood that you'd like to own again to help you recuperate those long lost childhood memories, well, stay tuned, keep watching, because you never know, the next item we upload could be the item you've been looking for. Okay, that is it for me on this particular item. I do hope you've enjoyed reviewing this wonderful vintage Thunderbirds water pistol with me. Thank you for watching, and we will see you again next video. So bye for now.